Here are the 3 keynotes for the speech titled Rise Above, Unlocking the American Spirit Within. Keynote 1: The Power of Personal Responsibility and Ownership. True strength begins when individuals take responsibility for their mindset, choices, and actions. The American spirit thrives on owning your path, overcoming challenges, and refusing to let circumstances define your future. Keynote 2: Turning Adversity into Fuel for Growth. Every setback holds a lesson. The journey to rise above is rooted in the ability to transform defeat into determination. Resilience, grit, and perseverance are the engines of progress. Keynote 3: Building a Purpose-Driven Life Through Contribution and Community. The American spirit is not only about personal success, it's about elevating others. Purpose grows when people contribute to their communities, uplift those around them, and build legacies that impact future generations. Expanded Keynote 1: 600 Words. The Power of Personal Responsibility and Ownership. Personal responsibility is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. It is the moment a person looks at their life, not with excuses, not with blame, not with fear, but with courage and honesty. Taking responsibility means understanding that while we cannot always control the world around us, we can always control our response to it. And it is this response that shapes our decisions, our direction, and ultimately our destiny. The American spirit has always been fueled by individuals who chose ownership over victimhood. People who believed that their potential was greater than their circumstances. People who recognized that waiting for perfect conditions was simply another form of delay. Personal responsibility is not about taking fault for everything, it's about taking control of your future. It is about saying, I will shape my life. I will own my challenges. I will rise above because my story deserves more than excuses. Ownership begins in the mind. Your mindset becomes your compass. When you adopt a mindset of responsibility, you stop saying, someone should fix this, and start saying, what can I do? This shift empowers you. It puts the steering wheel back in your hands. You no longer feel helpless, lost, or controlled by life's uncertainties. Instead, you stand firm, aware that you have the power to choose how you show up every single day. In schools, workplaces, and families across the country, the principle remains the same: responsibility unlocks potential. A student who blames the system for poor grades remains stuck. A student who owns the result seeks improvement. A worker who blames colleagues for lack of progress stays frustrated. A worker who owns their actions grows. A parent who takes responsibility in guiding, teaching, and modeling discipline shapes stronger futures. Expanded Keynote 2: 500 Words. Turning Adversity into Fuel for Growth. Adversity is a universal experience. Every person, no matter where they come from or what path they walk, encounters moments that test their strength, patience, and belief in themselves. These challenges can feel heavy, sometimes overwhelming, but hidden inside every hardship is an opportunity for growth that cannot be gained any other way. Adversity is not the end of your journey, it is often the beginning of a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of you. The American spirit has always been shaped by people who refused to be defeated by difficulty. They faced uncertainty, loss, failure, and fear, yet they continued to move forward. What made them special was not the absence of adversity but the way they responded to it. They learned to transform pain into purpose, struggle into resilience, and setbacks into stepping stones. When adversity strikes, it presents two choices: to shrink or to grow. Those who shrink allow the challenge to define them. They see obstacles as dead ends and problems as proof that they are not capable. But those who choose growth see adversity differently. They view it as a teacher. They understand that every challenge offers lessons about patience, discipline, courage, and clarity. Growth-minded individuals don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, they ask, what is this trying to teach me? Resilience is built in these moments. Just like a muscle strengthens under pressure, the human spirit grows when it is pushed beyond its comfort zone. When you experience a setback, maybe a failure, rejection, or unexpected change, you gain experiences that sharpen your thinking and deepen your understanding. You develop emotional endurance. You learn to adapt. You discover strengths you never realized you had. Expanded Keynote 3, 400 words. Building a purpose-driven life through contribution and community. A purpose-driven life is not built on personal success alone, it is built on the impact we create in the world around us. True fulfillment comes from knowing that our actions uplift others, strengthen our communities, and contribute to something greater than ourselves. The American spirit has always carried this belief that individual success is important, but shared progress is powerful. Purpose begins with understanding that every person has something valuable to offer. Some contribute through leadership, some through creativity, some through service, and some through inspiring others. No role is too small, and no effort is insignificant. When individuals recognize the influence of their actions, they begin to act with intention. They realize that purpose does not arrive suddenly, it grows through consistent choices that reflect their values. Contribution is one of the strongest pathways to purpose. When you help someone learn, you strengthen their confidence. When you support your community, you strengthen unity. When you mentor, volunteer, or share your knowledge, you help build opportunities for others. These actions not only shape the lives of those around you but also deepen your own sense of meaning. You begin to see that purpose is not about what you accumulate, but about what you give. Community plays a central role in this journey. People thrive when they feel connected, supported, and part of something meaningful. Communities, whether neighborhoods, schools, workplaces, or groups, become stronger when individuals bring their best selves forward. Respect, cooperation, and empathy form the foundation for progress. When you contribute positively to your community, you create an environment where others are encouraged to grow, dream, and rise above their challenges. Conclusion/ending of the speech. As we stand at this moment, each of us with our own stories, our own challenges, and our own dreams, the message is clear: rising above is not an idea, it is a choice. It is a decision that begins within the heart of every individual who believes they are capable of more. The American spirit has always been defined by people who refused to let obstacles dictate their future, who saw possibility where others saw limitation, and who understood that greatness grows from responsibility, resilience, and purpose. When you choose ownership, you take control of your path. When you embrace adversity, you transform struggle into strength. And when you live with purpose, you move beyond success and step into significance. Each of these principles is powerful on its own, but together, they form the foundation of a life that rises above circumstances and rises toward potential. This nation has been shaped by individuals who dared to rise, ordinary people who built extraordinary futures through hard work, discipline, courage, and conviction. And now, it is your turn. Your turn to take responsibility for your journey. Your turn to turn setbacks into motivation. Your turn to use your life to inspire, uplift, and contribute to the world around you. Your story is still being written, and every choice you make becomes a line in that story. Make it a story of strength. Make it a story of growth. Make it a story that reflects the very spirit that has moved this country forward for generations, the spirit that never quits, never fears, and never settles. Rise above your doubts. Rise above your excuses. Rise above your limit.